Hello, welcome back to Numerology for Everyone. This is lesson 6, and in today's video, we are going to talk about having a personal year 5. If you're watching this video and you have a personal 5 this year, it is very important that you pay close attention to what I'm going to tell you. As usual, we start off with a recap of the previous lesson. A personal year 4 is a year of taking stock, organizing, and planning ahead. During the analysis last lesson, we also talked about taking a step back and looking at the bigger picture by combining information from both charts as well as the details from the individual number in the charts to decide on what should be the aim for the year ahead. Today, we are going to talk about a personal year 5. The number 5 is the earth element, and it is a very interesting number, which you are going to see why in a short moment. Firstly, the earth element is special. We often talk about the 5 elements, but the earth is the one special element in the sense that it gives form to the rest of the elements. Think about it. Trees cannot grow if the roots are not in soil, and metal are also found in the ground. For fire and water, the earth element gives them their form and shape. So if you think of health, the earth element represents the stomach, and if you cannot eat or absorb anything, the rest of the body will fail. On the other hand, if we think of numbers, 5 is in the middle of the list of 1 to 9. Adding 5 to any number gives you the number of the same element, but a different yin and yang nature. So think of 5 as a crossroad. On one side, you have the yin, and the other side, you have the yang. It is these unique features of the number 5 that we derive some interesting properties when reading the number 5 in a numerological chart. While 5 is an earth element, you can treat it as a proxy for another element. Additionally, from the significance of number 5, we can think of it as a challenge, a choice, a direction. Make the right decision, and you will be able to go through the year smoothly. A wrong choice, on the other hand, will make the year ahead very difficult. So, if you see a personal year 5 in your upcoming year, you need to sit down and take note of the possible challenges that you might face and get yourself prepared to face them. What do I mean when I talk about challenges, and how can you be prepared to face these challenges? For this round of analysis, we will be using the chart from Honest with Time. Here is a character 7, strength 4, and weakness 3. So briefly, our character 7 is a people's person, and our friend here is a good researcher, planner, and organizer due to the strength 4. When I read him, I actually asked if he was doing a consulting job, and turns out he was working in the data science field doing consulting majorly. The weakness 3 is also very interesting. So while the strength 4 suggests that he's good with making plans, the plans itself do not actually get executed because of the weakness 3, which relates to taking action. Now let's look at the yearly charts for our friend here this year. By doing the usual calculations, we will see that he has personal year 1 and a personal year 5. When we first talk about the number 5, we said it was going to be a challenging year. So we need to first identify the challenges. Let's look at the big picture. In a single chart, there are 7 numbers. We can look at the elements of each number and tabulate the number of each elements being represented in the chart. Also take note that 5 can be another element. So if we take that into account, we see that both charts have 4 water elements in the chart. 4 out of 7 numbers are actually of water elements. What does that mean? If we go back to the meaning of water, we can recall that the water element is linked to activities such as talking to people, traveling, and selling products. In terms of health, it refers to the kidneys, the thyroids, and the reproductive organs. So if you have too much water, what is going to happen? These are areas that are likely to go face some issues. So if you're at an age where these health-related issues are likely to surface, you might want to do a more detailed health checkup. If possible, you might also want to avoid traveling overseas. So now let's go back to the chart for more details. If you look at the chart on the left, you see a number 7. And 7, we always talk about them referring to people, but this time the 7 is above a number 1. And 1, while it can take several representations, it can also mean a sword. So if people are coming at you with swords and knives, what does that mean? At the same position on the other chart, we see a 2 and a 5. 5, we mentioned earlier in the video, it refers to direction. You can go either way, either very good or very bad. And that direction is related to talking. So if you take all these reads together, we can say that this is a year where what you're going to say is going to be very important. You say the right stuff, you will be fine. If you say the wrong stuff, and offend people, people are going to come at you with knives to give you trouble. Case for everyone, you might ask. We all have to watch what we say every day anyways. It is the norm. Why is this a challenge for this person? Now, to understand that, we need to go back to the neurological chart. Our friend here has a weakness 3. He is a very impatient person, wants things done quickly, and therefore is very direct with what he says, to the point that he is okay with offending the person as long as it gets the job done. It may be fine in another year, but in this year, under the effects of personal year 1 and 5, these are the things he must be extra careful about if he wants to avoid causing too much issues. So, there we have it. In today's lesson, we went a little more in depth about the uniqueness of the Earth element number 5. We talked about the personal year 5, looked at the big picture and the details of the chart, and finally, we talked about why it might be a challenge for a person with this particular chart. As we progress towards the second half of the lessons on yearly numerology, I will try to include more analysis so that you can better understand how the system works. It does require you, however, to have a good grasp of the basic concepts of the 5 elements, the meaning of the numbers, and other reads. So if you're unfamiliar with them, do check out the previous videos. So there are 4 more lessons remaining in this series. If you're looking to get your chart read, don't hesitate and quickly get in touch. Like the video and would like to support more similar content, do subscribe and share the video with your friends. I'll see you in the next video where we talk about family and finances in the personal year 6. Thank you.